So much. Well, it is that time of year that a lot of us will be looking for part-time jobs or trying to secure a full-time job for the new year. If you're among those who have submitted dozens of resumes and finally gotten that call back, how can you make sure you're ready for the big interview? That is the question this morning. Well, career expert Alexia Vernon joins us with the top 5 mistakes job seekers make. And, you know, you don't want to make them going into it. You get excited about the interview, but you've got to be prepared. That's the bottom line.
Yes.
All right, let's talk a little bit about it. Can you really blow an interview altogether? If you have a great resume and you're really, you're the person for the job, you can make a simple mistake and really blow the interview.
Unfortunately, that really is the case. The good news is, by the time you get called for an interview, you're likely at the top of possibly hundreds of candidates, and you're in the top 5 or 10. But with that said, it's really game time once you get in the door.
Yeah, 5 or 10 is still a lot at that point. All right, let's talk about the 5 mistakes you have. We're going to go through one at a time. So the first one, you say winging it is a mistake.
Yes. So while I don't necessarily find it surprising, I still find it really disappointing that so many job seekers don't actually practice out loud in advance. And going in and interviewing is really like public speaking, meaning that the same rules apply.
Okay.
So you have to practice out loud, but also you want to make sure you give yourself about 1 hour of prep time for every minute you foresee that interview will be.
Wow.
Which might mean 15 to 30 hours of practice. But when you do that out loud, it ensures that when you go in, you're not in your head and you're not nervous.
And I've been one that has winged it over and over again. All right, mistake number 2, not communicating a clear, sticky story about yourself. What's a sticky story?
So a sticky story means that you're not just, again, regurgitating your accomplishments and why you're uniquely poised to provide the specific solutions. Because, again, that employer is suggesting you are a good fit. That's why you got the interview. At this point, you want to make sure that you're also being a culture fit. And you're talking about things that are going to be memorable in the right way about yourself once you leave that interview.
So you almost need to practice not being canned.
Yes, and you need to bring in those fun things
right
about yourself that are going to make an employer want to have you hang around.
Okay, mistake number 3, overemphasizing weaknesses or underemphasizing strengths. So some people probably do.
Yes, so it's so easy to spend so much time thinking about what are my weaknesses and making sure, that you have things that are not going to get in the way of you being successful. So you never want to mention that you're a procrastinator or that you're chronically late, but make sure you talk about those things and that you're succinct, and then spend the majority of your time talking about your strengths, because that's what you want to ingrain for that prospective employer.
All right, you've got 2 more, not asking questions of the interviewer and failing to follow up, and we're out of time, but we're going to put those over on our website.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much for being here with us this morning. Always good advice. For more information on how you can make sure you nail your next big job interview or take Alexia's advice, log on to pix11.com for links to her advice on managing your career as well as managing the workplace all together.